Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let's take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome to Wisconsin Family. I'm Justin Riley.
And I'm Jessa Jeremiah, and we are here on Park Street at J&K Security Solutions. We are in the Smart Home.
I get so excited every time we come here. This is just such a cool place to come into. It's staged really nicely, and there's so many different, everything is automated.
Everything is smart.
automated.
Yeah, it's very neat. It's fun to play with the little gadgets and different things, and of course I've got a scrolling wish list for my home now, but
yeah, there you go.
We'll talk about this a little bit later, but the conveniences of having some of these features in your homes are really important.
Yeah, having those modern day conveniences, people don't realize once they've had those conveniences for a while what an important role they play in their lives.
Yeah.
Sure.
Remember back in the day when you didn't have a cell phone and you had a beeper?
I don't remember that. I never had a beeper.
Oh, well, I don't remember that either. But what a change, right?
Yeah.
And then you get used to those technologies and realize how great it is to have. So we'll talk to them a little bit later about how affordable and actually easy it is to get these things in your home. So I look forward to that.
Absolutely. We'll also be joined by our good friend Bill Teagham from Little Stroke Swim Academy, and he's got some exciting news. His wife is expecting any day now, from what I understand.
He's about to be one man in a household with 4 women.
Yes, he is.
I love it.
Yes,
I think it's great.
And we'll also be joined, we'll actually see a really cool demonstration from Iron Grip Gym. They're going to do some kickboxing and Muay Thai demonstrations. I get to watch that, so that'll be fun.
That'll be tons of fun. Kickboxing. We'll make sure you don't get knocked out, Justin.
There you go. That's all coming up right here on Wisconsin Family, so stick around. Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We're here on location at the Model Smart Home, part of J&K Security Solutions here on South Park Street in Madison. We're going to talk to those folks a little bit later about some really cool ways that you can automate your own home. But first, I'm joined now by 2 familiar faces from Iron Grip Gym. I've got Daniel Carlson and Irina Shirshnov. Did I say that right? Shirshnova. Welcome back, guys. Good to have you with us.
Glad to be back.
So, you guys teach some classes over at Iron Grip Gym. Tell us a little bit about some of the classes that you teach.
Sure. What we teach is Muay Thai kickboxing.
Sure.
And what it is, it's a great way to get in shape and also teach you practical self-defense skills. But it's a lot of cardio. It's strength and conditioning training. Sure. And it's a lot of fun. A high-energy class where people get to work together in partners and really kind of hone their skills and take everything else that Iron Grip does with the strength and conditioning and the kettlebells and tie it all into one big happy family.
Big package, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I think that's really cool when you can have fun, get in shape, and learn some self-defense skills too. I mean, you can't beat that combination. So, so you guys are going to do a free padding demonstration for us today. What is free padding?
Well, free padding, and we teach this in class just about every night, where one person holds pads and the other person has gloves on, and we'll do some punching, some kicking, knees and elbows, things like that. And it gives people a chance to really learn what they're doing by being on both sides, not just punching all the time, but padding as well, because you can really hone your skills and watch the other person, what they're doing.
Yeah, you learn from them too, I'm sure.
Yep.
Yeah,
and it's a great workout for both people involved.
Yeah, absolutely. So, can we get a demonstration?
Sure can.
All right, let's take a look here.
Jab, jab, jab cross, jab cross, jab cross hook, jab cross hook, jab cross hook upper. Again. Good. Jab cross slip. Slip slip. Again. Again.
Wow, that's very, very intense. That seems like it would be a great workout. Now you guys, you're kind of calling out some things to her. Do you guys do different combinations? I mean, you said jab, jab, and that sort of thing. Do you guys do different combinations in your workouts?
Yeah, during the free padding, we allow the students to kind of call out what they're doing.
Okay.
But then we do have a bunch of set combos that we teach. they do a better job of incorporating different movements in there.
Sure.
So these structured combinations, they involve both offense and defense.
Got it.
So we try to teach people how to block both down low and high. So we're going to demo that.
Very cool. Let's take a look.
In. Fast. In.
That's really cool. There's almost like a rhythm to it, what you're doing. You said you started out a little bit slower and then you called out fast and then the same thing happened. That's really, really cool. So talk to us a little bit about the difference. You say that you teach Muay Thai kickboxing. Is there a difference between Muay Thai and kickboxing?
Well, traditionally, kickboxing involves a lot of punching and kicking.
Okay.
The element of Muay Thai is we involve knees and elbows as well. So it's a little more combative, and it works really well transitioning into self-defense.
Okay.
Because we can use the elbows and knees in self-defense situations.
Sure, okay. And you guys have another demonstration that you want to show us?
Yes, we do.
Excellent. That's very cool. That's very cool. Nice job on that. So is this something that you kind of work out ahead of time? Like you know exactly what he's going to do, what the routine is? Or is he kind of surprising you?
It depends on the drill. Actually, the person who's holding the pad is always in the control of what we're going to do.
Okay.
Because it's kind of important if he ends up kicking me on the other side.
Sure.
A little bit problematic.
Sure, yeah. Especially when you're just sparring, I suppose, and no one's supposed to really get hurt on that.
Right,
so.
right.
Cool. Did you have something else you wanted to show real
Yeah,
quick?
we have one more combination
Yeah,
with
go
a
ahead.
little low punch, knee and a switch hip, so we show the punching and the kicking together.
Cool.
So.
Really, really intense. Wow, nice job. I'm really impressed by that. So again, I kind of see that you give these cues sort of where you hold, what is this called, by the way?
This is a tombstone. We use a variety of different pads and, hand pads and pads for kicking.
All right, very cool. So the way you hold your tombstone kind of dictates how he's gonna, what the next move is for him then.
Exactly. We can watch the cues of the angle and strike at the proper angle. And we teach everybody to pad safely.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
It's a good workout, padding.
I bet.
You really have to exert force back.
That resistance, I can imagine. Well, this has been Daniel Carlson and Irina Shishnova from Iron Grip Gym. Don't go away. There's more Wisconsin Family coming up right after this. Stick around.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. You may recognize this location. We're sitting here at J&K Security Solutions. We're going to talk a little bit later about how security has changed over the years, and we're going to learn about a smart home. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's fun.
And speaking of recognizing things and places, you remember Bill Tygum. He's joining us once again from Little Stroke Swim Academy. And gosh, we've missed you, Bill. It's so nice to see you.
Thank you. It's nice to see you.
It's 2016.
Right.
Things have
Happy
changed.
New Year.
The hair is longer.
A little bit.
A whole new man. So what's new? We're so glad to see you.
No, it's great to be back. Gosh, kind of a lot's new. We are inching closer and closer to having this baby any day now.
Oh, my goodness.
My wife Rachel's very pregnant. We're due to have this thing next Wednesday, so hey, it's going to be amazing.
Gosh, wow.
It's going to be another girl.
Wow.
So we'll have 3 girls now, and Rachel's doing great. You guys go through the ringer. If men had babies, it wouldn't. We wouldn't have any population.
We'd be like,
Oh my goodness.
But it's true. But no, so everybody's doing great, and we're just excited.
That's
They're
so
excited to be a
exciting.
big sister, and
That's great.
Yeah.
Now, are your girls, obviously the ones that are born, are they swimmers?
they are. They are very good little swimmers. Molly's 5, and she's swimming with Miss Tina right now, and doing freestyle backstroke, learning butterfly, learning breaststroke. She's a little fish. She's really come alive in the last few sessions. And Lucy, my younger one, she's 4. She's great too. She loves her Mr. Jesse. And
Awesome.
whenever she's a little bit mischievous at home, you know,
Yeah.
we we have to remind her that we'll give Mr. Jesse a call because I have that connection. He's right in my pocket.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you pull that card and you have to put that on the table. Well, and that's,
Yeah.
I think it's interesting to know when you say breaststroke and butterfly and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you really do teach competitive swim strokes to these little kids. I think
Yep.
that's amazing.
Yeah,
thanks.
absolutely. And they start at a really young age. Yours probably come out swimming, right? They,
Right.
they swim their way out. But you've been doing this a long time yourself. So how long have you been involved with swimming?
Since I was 11, so I'm gonna date myself like 23 years, like kind of crazy.
That's incredible.
You know, I've been swimming. I was kind of a late starter at swimming. A lot of kids start when they're 6 or 7.
Right.
But so I started then and swam all the way through college, and now I've been teaching lessons for about almost 12 years, and it's crazy. It's kind of flying by. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I can
absolutely.
imagine.
Well, when you love what you do, it goes quick, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
and you really have a lot of passion for this, and I think that's really wonderful. And sharing your skills with kids that are so young, and we've talked before too about your passion around finding the right people to do that as well. So we commend you for that.
Thanks.
Yeah, and talk to us a little bit about your staff members. First of all, how many people do you have that you employ over at Little Strokes?
Yeah, right now I think we're at 11 instructors. We're
Oh, wow.
set to bring on one more, or not instructors, I'm sorry, 11 staff members, 8 instructors, three office staff members.
Yeah.
Some kind of a good mix of part-time and full-time.
Sure.
And it's amazing. We have a staff that's stuck around now for so long that everybody's just comfortable in what they're doing, and
Yeah.
it's just working really well. So yeah, I like to gloat about my staff. They're amazing.
That's great.
That's
Great,
wonderful.
yeah.
And let's talk a little bit for folks at home who are watching and wanting to get involved in swimming, get their youngsters involved with swimming. Tell us about the registration process. What's that look like?
Yeah, you can either register online at littlestrokes.com. We have an online registration that you just go through. If sometimes scheduling is a little bit tough with multiple kid families, and if sometimes it's just easier to give us a call, and that's probably right down here somewhere, right, Ken?
Yeah.
Right here, yes. Absolutely.
So you obviously have different registration periods or different sessions, throughout the course of a 12-month calendar year. Can a person register at any time, or do they have to wait for a registration period to open up? How does that work?
Our registration is ongoing, and if you register late for a session, we just prorate it for however. So it's an ongoing thing, and
Sure.
It makes it a little bit easier that way, not so stressful. If it's a longer session, you can kind of cut it short by registering midway through it, and
Yeah.
it's fine.
Absolutely.
I think it's nice that you do that because, then you're not so, married to these specific time periods throughout the year. And
Yep.
if you want to get your kid in there and they're, begging for some swimming lessons, but you don't have to wait for a whole session to complete and then start
Yep.
at a new
Exactly.
time. You just get them in there, get them in the water and
That's
go.
right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Right?
What is your next session that you have coming up here? When does that start?
It's our big one. Our spring session is by far our busiest session.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're hiring going into spring. We're looking for one more part-time instructor.
Okay.
It's a 10-week session. Takes us from March through the end of May, and
That's
we're really
early.
looking
That's the
forward-
spring session starts end of March,
Yep.
huh?
Yep. Yep.
Gosh,
Wow.
what a busy time for you. So you're actually looking for another instructor for that time period. So if you're out there and you have a passion for swimming and kids
Yeah.
and teaching, right?
Right.
So that's wonderful. Well, what a busy and exciting time. You
Yeah.
are going into your busy season. You're about to have a third girl,
You got it.
Bill Tigam.
Who's taking over for you because you're going to be taking care of babies?
I'm actually kind of on leave right now.
Okay.
Through the end of February, and I'll be back in March. And but one more, I guess, new exciting thing is we're going to be breaking ground on this new facility very soon. So we
That's
we
great.
set a date in March, and we're going to be going for it. We'll be open at our new place in Wanakee in August.
That'll be so exciting.
New baby,
August.
new facility, it's
Yeah.
all happening.
Yeah.
Bill
All at once.
Tigam, Little Strokes Swim Academy, thanks so much for
Thank you.
joining us. We appreciate it. We're going to be back with more Wisconsin Family after the break at J&K Security Solutions, so stay right there.
'Cause every day is a new day.
And welcome back to Wisconsin Family, and this is the moment we've been waiting for.
It is indeed.
We've been filming at the Model Smart Home, part of J&K Security Solutions here on South Park Street in Madison, and now we're going to talk to a couple of folks from the model smart home here at J&K Security Solutions. I'm joined now by Tom Spinoso and Dan Tennyson. Welcome, guys.
Hi, thank you.
Thanks for having us here.
Thanks for hosting us. You guys have been wonderful hosts.
Wonderful
we
hosts,
appreciate
yeah.
it.
So start out by give us a real brief history on how J&K Security Solutions got started.
Sure. J&K was started by Jeff and Kim Beckman, husband and wife, about 30 years ago. It's a family-owned and operated business. Jeff's brother has worked with the company from early stages, and Jeff and Kim's son and son-in-law are both involved in the company too.
Yeah.
It's been local to Park Street and just kind of evolved from what was a lock and key shop to offer more and more things, security, surveillance, card access systems, home automation, commercial doors, fire systems. We kind of do a lot under one roof.
And I think that's so interesting, and I think that's so cool that they had Jeff and Kim had the foresight to kind of keep up with the times and not just stay as, you know, a locksmith for 30 years. I mean, they really grew and evolved their business from there.
Yeah, well, things have changed a lot over the years, obviously, and this is our second time here, and I want to say to folks who are out there, we are on Park Street. You probably have driven by many times and not even realized that this smart home location is here. It's a little bit tucked away, but I definitely recommend coming in here because there are some very cool things to see. And Tom is a general manager. Dan, you're a system design consultant, so I think it's important to have you on, like we spoke about, because you're actually the one who's meeting with a lot of clients and in their homes, and so you may actually work with Dan directly. In your opinion, you know, talking a little bit about security's change over the years, talk to us a little bit about the evolution of security.
Well, I think you know, the need for security and the want for security to protect your family and your property has certainly been there for a long time and certainly hasn't decreased over time. I think what we've seen now is more and more devices and more pieces are geared towards the consumer to get security and protection into your home easily.
Right, and I like that you say easily, because that's the thing that I think is a hindrance for people, is they don't think they're going to know how to work the technology, or they think it's going to be, you know, such a huge inconvenience in their home to get it in there. But it's not anymore. It's not that tough.
Yeah, you know, when I was first learning about some of this stuff, I kind of pictured, you know, if I wanted to turn my home into a smart home, you'd have to rip down the walls and this and that.
That's what you think.
It's not invasive at all.
Right.
I mean, it's very easy to put in.
Thanks to a lot of the newer wireless technology, a lot of these devices, we simply come in and sort of plug them onto the wall and get them to communicate with one another. And so, you know, ripping down walls and running wires, some of that is still an important part of it in key areas, but most of it now can all be wireless today.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, you know, we've been here at the model smart home. What exactly is a smart home? What makes a home smart?
Well, a smart home really pulls together all the pieces of your home and puts them onto one single operating system. So whether that's home theater or TVs or sound throughout your home, lights, thermostat, security, surveillance, motorized shades, really all these pieces that could be in your home, the smart home puts it all together and puts it as one single system. It really kind of, I mean, part of it is just convenience of tying it all together to have one single system orchestrate everything.
Right. Yeah. And you've used the term before in talking to folks here about working smarter together. So talk to us about what that means. How is it smarter or better to have everything sort of centralized?
It really comes with a convenience. You can push a single button and a variety of things can happen. What that button push is or what that does for you in your home is different for everybody. But one common use that a lot of people like is to have like a good night button, where at night they can push a button, whether it's a light switch or a button on their iPhone, and that button can turn off all the lights in their house, lock doors that are unlocked, make sure the garage door is closed, close that if it isn't closed, set the thermostat to whatever their thermostat temperature they would like it set at.
Oh, how great and convenient is that? Yeah, it's kind of like the oops button. Like, how many times do you get out of bed because you forgot to turn down the thermostat, and then you think, oh geez, did I lock the back door? And then you get back out and you check, and so it's kind of a double check to save you all those trips and make you feel secure.
I really think, you know, it's about the convenience and everyday easy that kind of goes unspoken. Everybody talks about sort of the magic and the glitz, but when you have a smart home and you live with it day to day, the convenience convenience and the comfort that it brings is really where it shines. It's the little things. You know, when you come home, if it's dark outside, the system knows that you're pulling up. It might light the outside lights. It might light pathway into the home. You know, once you live with that and you know the house is going to light up when you come home and you don't have to be carrying groceries and hitting light switches, you get used to that. You want that technology. I mean, I kind of related to, you know, these automatic car windows today. You know, in your car, if you just tap the button, you know, they'll go all the way down. I mean, I get into a car that doesn't have that feature. It's like I hit the button and wait, what's going on here?
Yeah.
You know, you get used to those things, and it really makes your life simpler and easier.
I like that you touched on that, because I always have found this study so fascinating. There's a study out that says it's the things like that, the day-to-day conveniences versus inconveniences, that actually play the biggest role in a person's happiness. And so it's actually not necessarily the big things that you think are going to make you happy. It's the little things.
It really is the little things.
It's interesting, yeah.
Thanks for bringing that up, Jess.
Tom did.
Well, there you go. So if I wanted to start converting my home into a smart home, how do I get started? I mean, it's not an all or nothing approach.
No.
I can do it little by little.
For sure. Yeah, a lot of times it starts with one smart device, whether that's a thermostat or light switches or a lighting system. It's really easy to get smart products. The garage door openers, a lot are being sold now with the ability to control those through an app. So it can start with one piece and grow to as much as you want to take it.
Okay, and that's nice to know too for folks who are, you know, maybe thinking about cost and budgeting and things. So you don't have to go all or nothing.
Yeah, and the big thing too that we should point out is the technology has really, the barrier to entry is so much less than what it was a few years back. I mean, it's just so many of these devices already have that technology built in. That you get started.
Those are the two hindrances, I think, for people out there. One is price, like we were just saying now, and then the other is assuming that your house is going to be essentially under construction. And what you're saying is pretty much both of those things are much less of a factor these days than they used to be. So I think that's really nice. In just a few seconds, we got to go almost, but just you know, in your thoughts, why do you think J&K is the best place to get started with a smart home?
I think, you know, with our roots of being a local family-owned business here for 30 years, we've known to take care of our customers for a long time, and that's really something we stand behind. We have a great showroom here to show off the technology, and you can get a feel for it as you walk through the system.
Absolutely.
We really take an approach with our customers to specialize and make sure that we're doing everything we can for every one of our customers.
Well, and it's a locally owned security solution, and that's what's so very rare. And thank you so much for sharing all this great stuff with us.
Thank you.
Tom Spinoso and Dan Tennyson from J&K Security Solutions, thank you so much. That's all the time we have for Wisconsin Family. We'll see you next time.